Manchester United have appointed Erik ten Hag as their new manager. It is official. It is done. Contracts are signed and he is here. I'm excited about Ten Hag. If you're a United fan, you should be excited about Erik ten Hag. Talented. I like the word futuristic, contemporary in the way he manages. The style of football is likely to be entertaining. Players that we don't even think are that good at football will look better in his systems. He will drive us in the right direction. He will give us impetus. He will give us a focal point. He will give us a recognizable style of play. He has a ceiling which is high. He's backed by the world's best managers to go on to great things, to win the very biggest tournaments. And maybe, just maybe, over the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years, he could do that at the helm of Manchester United. And I, for one, would be over the moon. And what most fans will get drawn into is Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, Erik in, Erik out. Sack him now. I wonder how long it will be if it starts to fail before we see any manager could win with this squad. Look at the players he's got. Look at the money he's spent. It won't be long. There'll probably even be revisionism about how great Ollie was. And as fans, that's where we need to do our bit and be patient. We need to get behind him. Man United will challenge for the Premier League title next year with Ten Hag here. Adding that extra quality into our team, we're only a handful of wins now this season away from being in the title race. A handful of better results away from it. And I believe those signings will do it. We are challenging for that Premier League title. And I believe we can win that Premier League title.
I think you need a bit more than that.
With further investment. And I think
you need a bit more than that.
And genuinely, Man United will challenge for the title next year. And I will make us one of the favourites. Because we're going to build a winning mentality throughout this season. We'll invest brilliantly in the summer. There'll be a new feeling around the club with these new owners as well. And a feeling of a sense and a need to achieve more. You couple that all together. We've seen the improvements at Newcastle since serious people took over. You invested with that at the same time, and you build upon what Ten Hag has already created. Man United will be in that title race next year without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. 110%.
I think you need about 7, 8 players.
Which we're going to have the facilities to do. We challenge for that league title next year, and we speed this process up again because we're not far off now. We're not a million miles away from it right now. We're 4 or 5 players, in my opinion, from being able to do it. And that's why I'm so excited about this takeover, because we've found the right manager. We've found the right culture. We just need somebody to supercharge it and maintain it. I think next season, if the ownership takeover goes through, we're challenging next year. 110% in my opinion. We're 100% challenging Arsenal and City for that Premier League title next year. Like we were meant to, after Liverpool beat us, we were going to fall off. After Newcastle beat us, we were going to fall off. 3 wins on the bounce after that, by the way. Well, Rashford's out. What are you going to do? 2 games, 3 games, 6 goals, 5 different goal scorers. We are going to challenge next year. I believe. But Man United are going to challenge. And I think rivals believe it as well. That's why they're so sheepish in praising our improvements this year. They call what's that word? The copium, and you're on drugs and you're mad, you're mental. But that isn't an argument. That isn't a response. Like, I believe our manager's good enough. Since then, no team in Europe has had more clean sheets than us. No team in Europe has won more games across all competitions than Manchester United. We've won a trophy. Since that point, only Arsenal and City in the league have more points than us, and they only have 5 more points than us. We've improved dramatically, and we're doing it with a manager a year into his rebuild. I do get this from a lot of whenever Man United win a game, Man United winning a games are our worst viewed match reaction shows, even worse than Cities and Spurs have smaller fan bases. Our rivals hate when Man United do well on this channel. So I do get the reaction, people. There's a sting in the tail this summer for rivals when it comes to Man United. I believe we'll get Onana. Mount's in. I think we'll buy another midfielder of an Amrabat level. It may not be him, but somebody of that level. I think Højlund will come into the club, and then I think there'll be another signing, and it could be a star signing after that. And if we get those 5 players in, I'm not saying we'll win the league next year, but I think we'll challenge. and he absolutely has to go. Without a shadow of a doubt, tonight, the announcement needs to come out. He has to be moved on as the Manchester United manager. Breaking news. Erik ten Hag has been dismissed officially as the manager of Manchester United. Ruben Amorim to Manchester United, a full and total agreement